Hello and welcome to the next video. In this video, I'm going to be demonstrating Sequencer again, but this time we're going to show how to use Sequencer to get some success. We can see a website here. Whenever we visit the website, we can see it's talking about a not so random cookie. We see our current cookie ends in 3.0, and when we refresh the page, we see the cookie on the page, and we can see they set a new cookie, this time 25. We refresh, it says 25, and there's a new cookie set. We can take a look at this inside of our proxy HTTP history because I have my Burp proxy on. I'm going to send one of these to the repeater. We can see here every time we send a web request, we're going to get another cookie replied back. To the human eye, this cookie does look pretty random, right? I'm not seeing any pattern after looking at a few of them. But let's see what Sequencer has to say about that. Inside of the Sequencer, we set the cookie to the predictable cookie that's being set. I'm going to start the live capture, and it's going to begin to capture these cookie values. I'm going to let this run until it captures 1,000 tokens. I'll see you in just a moment. We can see that we've gathered around 1,300 different cookies. If I was being super thorough, I would let the Sequencer go until the bar gets all the way filled, but this is fine just for testing. I'm going to click pause, and now I'm going to click analyze. We can see here that it shows the quality of randomness within the sample is extremely poor. We can see here that there is not a lot of entropy, and we can see that the sample size is reasonable. We can see in the bit level analysis, we can see it's not being evenly distributed. On the FIPS test, we can see here that there's not an even random distribution between the bits. Looking at all the other things, we can see that this is not really random. The values being shown here are not being randomly generated. And that's correct. What's going on in the background is the website is generating a Unix timestamp, which is a specific number that increments, and then it's making an MD5 hash out of that timestamp. That's not random. Burp is able to tell us that it's not random through the sequencer. If we can determine that, for example, a login cookie is not random, then we might be able to determine the algorithm used for generating the cookies and generate our own login cookie for another user. That concept is for a much more advanced and higher level course. You don't need to know how to use the sequencer for the OSCP. In my day-to-day pen testing, I hardly ever reach for the sequencer. As a beginner, and even as a moderately experienced pen tester, you're not going to be using the sequencer that much. I still did want to demonstrate how the sequencer can be used to tell if cookie values are random or not random. In the prior video, we saw how cookies were being randomly generated properly, and in this video, we see how cookies are not being generated randomly. I hope this was informative, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!